Hello, everybody here at Congress Coffee Co. Where was I going to start? Oh, at the beginning. That's a great idea. My name is Chris Corvan. I have the absolute honor to be talking with a man that I've known for a while now and that I absolutely love and adore. And I am so damn excited to be here with you all for something special. It is an immersive release experience for Love Muse, Part 1, by the brilliant force known as Her Motives Are Silent. Tonight is not just a listening party, it's a guided dive through layered sound, emotional landscapes, and everything that went into making this concept album what it is. So, let's start with why don't you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hi, everybody. My name is Mickey Valens, or Michael, but my project is called Her Motives Are Silent. And thank you for being here and spending your time here with us. I appreciate it.
And you're probably going to see us both spinning quite a lot, and because it's fun. And if you had a spinning chair, you would do it too. We're going to start off right with the track. Why don't you go ahead and introduce this one?
Yeah, so this is the opening track from the album. This is more of the radio edit that doesn't have the extended ambient intro, and it's called My Love. Enjoy. So, yeah.
That was My Love, a track that feels like an aching pulse beneath everything. Let's talk about it there. Sound design choices, themes of longing, intimacy, and restraint. Where did this one start emotionally?
So this one started with the chord progression, and it originally was just a straightforward 4/4 song, and it was just missing something. And I eventually changed it to a 5/4 time signature, which is not as common, but I found it just gave it a different energy, and then I was able to find where the lyrics would fit better with that kind of off-kilter time signature. And it worked thematically because the song is meant to symbolize the birth of this soul that's naive and hungry for love. And when you're first learning to walk or first doing something, your steps are irregular. Your timing isn't quite on or commonplace. You're still learning the rhythm of things. And there's little things that hint at that innocence in the song. There's like a children's choir in the background. There's like toy pianos. It's meant to evoke like that naive innocence of our souls before we first encounter love and are searching for it. And even the guitar solo sounds like a cry. It's like, but then there's other voices that come in that are more distorted that I actually ran through like guitar amps and stuff like that to the distorted thoughts that we have going through life or from external sources that kind of fill our heads with other messages. So while we're searching for truth and searching for love and trying to define that, lots of external sources are kind of distorting those definitions as well. So there's a lot in there.
So when you were actually putting this one together there, was there a point where you were like, this is too far and I have to kind of pull it back to where it was? Or did it all just kind of flow together extremely nicely?
I think with a lot of this project, because some of these songs have been with me for many years, I would work on it, and then if I got stuck, I gave up a lot, or I worked on something else a lot. But once I found the flow state and I tapped into that essence of the song, it came more naturally. And for this one specifically, I had the lyrics early on, and it was just trying to find the right rhythm for them. And so once I had that time signature, it kind of came more naturally. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, we're going to move on to 2 other tracks, and then after that, we're actually going to talk a little bit about those, and then going into the amount of time and love you've put into this album. So we are going to go ahead.
Yeah, first up, we have a song called These Words, and then following that, we're going to hear a song called Down. We're just going to play them back to back.
These words are all that I have left. They ache my chest and take my breath. I feel like I'm falling in reverse. My soul is calling out to us. My heart has taken all that it can take. I'm about to break, to break, to break, to break, to break, to break. Is this destiny or just a dream? What's meant for me? I am broken. Tell me we haven't gone too far. Tell me we haven't gone too far. I want to go further. I want her forever. Will we find each other? Will she want my forever? Am I too late? Is this my fate? Tell her these words.
Thank you. This next track is called Down. You can chair dance if you want.
collapse, synapse, relapse. Down, down, down. Relax, relax, relax. I spiral down. Collapse, synapse, relapse. Down, down, down. Relax, relax, relax. She said, relax, relax, relax. I can't relax, relax, relax. I sink down to the depths of the sea. I slowly drown as the water swallows me. I look to the sun. I will overcome. Her breath fills my lungs. Could she be the one to save me? I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down, down, down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down, down, down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down, down, down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. I'm breaking down. Love, pick me up. Love, pick me up. Love, pick me up. Love, pick me up. Don't let me drown. Love, pick me up. 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 Don't let me drown. Love, pick me up. 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 Don't let me drown. Love, pick me up. 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 Don't let me drown. Love, pick me up. Love, pick me up.
Yeah.
Loved those. Oh, that were so good.
Thank you. Thank you.
So there is something about these words and down together that feels kind of like a confession and a collapse and then a travel.
Yeah.
Talk to me more about the emotional architecture with these two songs.
So, to continue the narrative of the lost soul seeking love, These Words is the second track on the album. That's the soul proclaiming that they want to find love, but also questioning if it's possible for them. So lyrically, that's kind of what that one's about. And you can feel that yearning. There's that cold distance when it's just the kind of distant acoustic guitar, but then the rhythm of the beat is just like this hunger, this fire that's like pushing to seek it, despite the unknown, despite the fear, to just, follow that push. And we can get into Down after. Maybe we'll talk about just these words, and then we'll get into Down. But so for those who don't know, I wrote, recorded, produced all these songs myself. And you hear a lot of instruments on there. Most of them I programmed or played, but clearly on the last one there was a choir, and on the other one there's a lot of guitar, and I do not play guitar at all. So that was part of my struggle with this album when I started it early on, was I didn't know how to get all the sounds in my head out. So I wrote it and produced what I could, but then it would always hit a wall, and I tried to contact local musicians, but they either didn't get it or they just wanted me to drum for their bands, and they never really paid any attention to what I was asking for this project. And then during the pandemic, I was dusting off this album and working on it, and I went to Fiverr, which is like a website for finding, entrepreneurs to do like logos, freelancers and stuff. But I was like, I wonder if I can. So I found a guitarist there. His name's Sean McNally. He's all the way in the UK, but he plays guitar on any song you hear with like really cool guitar on my album. That's him. It was just like a godsend to find him, because I could hire him, tell him my zany ideas, he would record it for me, and then I could sample his guitar however I wanted. I had free reign and all the rights to do that. And that's kind of my approach with my songs, is even my own voice or anything I record, if it's an acoustic shaker or an acoustic drum kit or an electronic instrument, I'm kind of exporting it and then sampling it. So even though there are organic and acoustic elements, I'm treating it like an electronic sample. So you can kind of get that feel in some songs. It's a bit more electronic or trip hop kind of textures, because I'm repurposing things to make new melodies or chords, even with my voice or whatever I can get my hands on, really. So with these words, Sean's guitar really brought that to life. And I was able to, like, you were kind of commenting while it was playing that I have a line that says, I feel like I'm falling in reverse, so I put the guitar in reverse, and I chopped it up in some spots to, like, kind of glitch and match the drum pacing. So I had fun just chopping up a normally straightforward acoustic instrument and making it kind of glitchy and distorted in some places. So I had fun doing that with that one. And then the narrative for Down, that song was like, when you're sinking in your depression, no matter the purpose or the reason for that depression, and just feeling like so lost. And then this particular soul was like, well, maybe love can save me, maybe she can save me. Instead of really finding hope in themselves, they were trying to find it from an external source. So that it's like the more they're sinking, the more they're reaching. And then the climax of the song is like this almost spiritual moment when the choir comes in. It's like Love Pick Me Up, but that's more his soul crying out, right? Like I kind of laugh because it's like, I never in my life thought I would write and produce like a sister act moment in a song, but it just happened, like this kind of choir moment. And that choir was also hired on Fiverr as well. It was just a few different singers, and I just layered their vocals to make it sound, added some claps and stuff. But yeah, that song has a lot of change-ups because you're going through the emotions. You're going through the different states of hopelessness and hope, like teetering back and forth between that. So
yeah, and like there's a beautiful seamlessness and transitions throughout the entire song that just really convey the story without even knowing what the words are. And I think that's what I loved most about that, was you could really feel the entire journey all the way through. And then listening to the lyrics, then you're kind of hearing more of what's happening. It's absolutely beautiful, and I love it. Going back to how long you have been working on this album, kind of give us a brief rundown over that one.
So I used to be in rock bands and stuff, and I had one band that was just me, a guitarist, and a singer, and it always kind of felt empty. So while I was drumming, I had a keyboard here that I would sometimes just like play, or when we were trying to record an album, I was just trying to write piano parts or synth parts to fill it out. And then that band disbanded, and I had these piano parts that some of them really resonated with me, so I kind of repurposed those into my own music, and then just got a passion for writing my own music. And I always wrote lyrics, even in high school, would just have a binder full of lyrics, even though I wasn't performing those or doing anything. It was like pseudo poetry, but I would always do like verse chorus kind of writing. And then, so the inception of this album, this concept album, was around 2011. And I had started it with the intention of releasing it in 2012, but then I just got lost, got overwhelmed. I wasn't a producer yet. I wasn't as, versed in music as I am now, too. So I kind of got started and hit many roadblocks, or many computers died along the way. And so... But I just didn't give up. And then I'm so glad it didn't work back then, because when I found the second life for it, it was a totally different project. I had more of a vision for it, more of an understanding of what these songs meant or what they could mean to other people, and even changed the narrative a bit to be more of a journey and a long-form listening experience.
So really, the entire album is the growth of Mickey Valens.
Pretty much, because a lot of these songs I use to navigate my own traumas or my own hurts or my own confusion along the way. So it's not 100% about me, but it's still very much me in every song.
It's all you, man. Doesn't matter what your initial intentions were when you were writing it. It's still you. It's still your heart, still your passion, dude. Embrace it and love it and lead us into the next song.
Yeah, so I think next up we have Celestial. So speaking of poetry, this song is more of a spoken word approach. Started as a poem, but I liked the imagery that the poem evoked in my head. So this song was meant to convey something otherworldly, ethereal, spiritual, angelic. And so musically, I tried to tap into that. And I'll talk more about some of the sounds I used after we hear it. So this is Celestial. Let's soar to unimaginable heights. Surreal days and memorable nights. Take flight, my angel, take flight. Everything is going to be alright. Your eyes scream a symphony of desire. You lift me up and you take me higher. I shut my eyes and your light burns through. Take me away, far away with you. Celestial, you are celestial, you are free. Celestial, you are celestial, and you are free. We are bound for hell, but we're chasing heaven. Are you loved? Are you forgiven? You heal all of my sorrows. You give me hope for tomorrow. My heart is open and my mind is clear. Take my hand and take my fear. Draw me near. Let's disappear. Draw me near. Let's disappear. And you are free. Draw me near. Let's disappear. You are free. Draw me near. Let's disappear. Let's disappear. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Thank you. You know, sometimes I listen back to my stuff and I laugh because it's very evident I have like ADHD. but that's part of what's fun for me. But yeah, that song, I enjoyed the journey of it, going into different segments, different vocal expressions. So from speaking to singing a chorus and then to singing these like very high pitched Tom York style ambient vocals and instrumentally, it was fun because I tried to like mimic. You know, I heard recordings that people have of recordings of space or stars, and it's always this kind of like staticky, textured, just like long notes. And I was trying to mimic that, and the explosion when that beat comes in, it's like the collision of two stars, right? Like the birth of a star. And I just was trying to like get that. And I don't know if you heard it, but I actually go like, pah! Like when that
I
beat
missed
hits.
a paw.
Yeah, it's like
I missed a paw.
It's like a like one of those, like this refreshing. So it's like this little texture that's in there that makes me laugh. And that beat actually that comes in, I didn't want it to just be drums. I wanted it to feel like organic things. So it's like some of it is like tree bark, some of it is actually like a graffiti. I have this hip hop sample kit, and it's like graffiti can noises, so like people spraying or shaking the can. So some of the percussion is like that sampled, and so just make it feel less of a drum and more something like spacey. I don't know, just what I did.
That kind of goes to what I have written prior, which is it's a very meditative piece. It feels like poetry floating in the void. Let's actually talk more about the language inside the music. What role does poetry, both spoken and unspoken, play in your work? Are there any hidden meanings or motives or visual elements like spectrograms tucked into anything?
Yes, there is. So, first of all, lyrically, I do try to evoke imagery. It's a lot of my songs start as me just jotting down way more lyrics than I need, and then trimming it down to the ones that really speak to me after. So sometimes it's like a long notes app in my phone or on paper. And some of the lines in that one I really like. I say, your eyes scream a symphony of desire. And it's just like, I don't know what that means other than just like...
It's beautiful.
Like
what are you
an
talking
orchestra that just draws you in, right? And but yeah, I do like to hide things in my songs, whether it's a texture or a specific instrument. I like hiding things in the songs, but it's also there if you look for it. Like a lot of these songs, you listen to it enough times, you pick out something new each time because there's just so many subtle textures. And sometimes it's references to artists I love, whether it's lyrically or a musical like nod to my influences. So there are little hints in there if people are looking hard enough.
That's the type of stuff that I love the most and have done many times myself. It is extremely hard to produce an image within a spectrogram that still sounds like music. How difficult was that for you to actually work in?
I did. It's the song called Retrograde. So that song was an experiment I did where it's the same backwards as it is forwards. And there's just a subtle layer in there that it's almost inaudible at the beginning and the end. But the spectrogram that gets drawn when you're listening to Retrograde is actually the artwork for that song. It's two hands reaching for each other. So it can be hard to fit it in, but the nice thing about it, I experimented it enough. If it's low enough volume, it'll still draw the picture. So you can sneak it in pretty easy.
I once did an entire website domain on one of those. It didn't sound like music, though.
It can be tricky. And yeah, I want to sneak those in wherever I can. So.
You know I love that. It's just, that's my jam. All right, why don't we move on to track 6, Running. Go ahead and lead us in.
Yeah, so this song I released first as an EP. So if you find that EP, there's multiple versions of this song, including the remix we heard when we walked on stage. And this song is about fighting anxiety, facing your fear, accepting that you are running away from something, right? Whether it's yourself or your fear or your demons or your trauma. And the only way to overcome that is to eventually just say, I need to stop running. I need to surrender in order to be free. I need to just accept things and move forward or just take a minute to just chill and be soft and like reflective and quiet. And there's a portion in the song to really drive that anxiety aspect home where there's like this tension building. It's like A Day in the Life by the Beatles, where there's like a swell and the tempo actually increases during that part to kind of just like emphasize that you feel like time is running out and it's out of your control. But yes, this song is called Running.
was so good.
Thank you.
Absolutely love that. All right, so running carries that anxious heartbeat. It captures what it feels like to live inside your own storm. Can you talk about the emotional core of that track, which you kind of did beforehand, and how music has helped you navigate mental health, grief, or just being in the world?
Yeah, I can even go back further, just where that song came from. Originally, it was just a Rhodes piano playing like the chords and the melody, and I didn't know what to do with it. I written other lyrics, and they were called Sometimes, and those lyrics became another song that will be on part 2 of this album. So I didn't have the lyrics for Running until I added the guitar to it. And all those guitars are not real. It's just me on a computer making those guitar sounds. So it's funny because like all of that was fake, like in a computer made music other than my vocals. But once I had the guitar, it gave it a momentum. And then I had this picture of like when you're trying to run in a dream, but you can't control, like you feel like you're stuck in slow motion or not even moving. And so like whatever's chasing you is just gradually catching up, like in a horror movie or in a nightmare. So I tried to evoke that kind of emotion. And I kind of laugh because the intro is kind of like my Pink Floyd moment, just like those big reverby bass notes just ring out while the other guitar parts are like higher pitched and melodic. And so emotionally, I've used music my whole life, whether listening to it or working on it, just to get through things, to tap into things that I didn't know I needed to work on. Like that's what this album kind of has awoken a lot of me. It kind of shone a light on things that I realized I needed to work on. And in turn, working on the music helped me work through those things. So it became like a full circle kind of experience for me, which made it hard to finish sometimes because I was putting a lot of my pressure on myself of, well, I have to make it great because it might be my only album or whatever, right? So I actually wrote a 20-track album, and then it became this daunting thing that got ahead of me. So I took a step back and then started just releasing singles and then released EPs, and then now I'm releasing half of the album. So I'm not playing all the songs here today. There's 10 tracks that you can hear, and then part 2 will have like another 10 tracks. So I'm giving it space for me, but also for the listener to kind of like ease into things, to absorb it, right? Because I realized if you just throw 20 songs at people, it's too much. And some people love it. They just want to bask in it and absorb it, but not everybody wants to do that.
Okay, well, that actually kind of brings us to the end of our chatting point here. This is the end of the Love Muse Part 1, but this is not the end of the journey, as we just alluded to there. The album is available right now on Bandcamp and will be hitting all streaming platforms on June 6th. So keep your ears open and your playlists ready for that. And yes, Part 2 is coming. Can we give the audience a little tease, just what's on the horizon?
So there's still more to explore in part 1. If this is your first time hearing these songs, there's a couple more tracks that take you on different journeys. And the last track on part 1 is a very ambient, like meditative song to help you sleep and just like let go of everything you just absorbed from me. Like I didn't want to just trauma dump on people. So I made sure it ended on something that like gave them some release from that. But yeah, part 2 is more of a haunting album. It's more like the soul thinks it had found love and then is coping with the haunting reality that what they had found isn't real, it doesn't exist. And instead of like going the route of like they found fantasy, I'm doing it like they're haunted, that they were chasing a phantom, a ghost. So I kind of, that ghost story is kind of more of part 2, and it's more orchestral. There's a lot of strings and like piano in part 2, and there's some more choir in there and some other surprises. So I think that one will be heavier, but also it'll help people through a lot of things, I think. So
amazing. I know I'm stoked to start hearing some of that stuff. You had mentioned to me something about an instrumental version of part 1.
Yes, so all my tracks, everything I've released so far, I always release an instrumental. So I will release the instrumental version of part 1 and part 2, but the instrumental version of part 1 will probably come out in a month or so after it comes out on June 6th. So for people who don't want to hear my voice and just want to enjoy the music or just try to pick out things they can't hear on because my voice is covering it, because I myself love listening to the instrumentals sometimes more than the versions with the lyrics. So yeah, I'll make that available to everybody everywhere. So.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Mickey Valance, for putting this all together and for releasing such an amazing album. This has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you all so much for coming and joining us here at Congress Coffee Co. Don't forget to grab a drink or a jam because it's delicious. And we have a ton of merch here. Take a look. Grab yourself something. Support these amazing indie artists.
Brian's not for sale, though.
Everybody's for sale, man. Everybody.
But yes, thank you all for being here. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Nick and Matt and Chris and everybody who's supported me along this journey, and just for your time and attention. It means a lot. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.